Well, hello everybody, and welcome to LA Dodger Report and my take on the Machado trade. Way to go, Dodgers. Now, plenty of times I've griped at the front office for not making big trades and big moves in order to shove the Dodgers across the finish line. This one, however, really qualifies as a big trade and absolutely qualifies as a smart trade as well, because the Dodgers picked up a big player and didn't give up very much. They traded away 5 minor leaguers, no cash, and also no Forsythe. Now, I'm not saying it was a great thing that they kept Logan Forsythe, but they didn't even get rid of, who they consider one of their mostly everyday players, a guy on a big contract and a big name and a starter. So they didn't even trade away one of their primary players. So that trade worked out very good. Also, in terms of trading away 5 minor leaguers, they still managed to keep the majority of their big name prospects who they're betting on. The Dodgers kept Alex Verdugo, they kept May, they kept Lux, so they did really very well. They did, however, trade away Yusniel Diaz from Cuba. He was rated third in Baseball America's Dodger rankings, so he pretty much was the centerpiece of the trade. The other guys that they traded away, Rylan Bannon, he hit 20 home runs and was leading the Cal League, so he certainly is not a scrub exactly. They also traded away 2 other pitchers, Dean Kremer and Zach Pop. I guess it's to your advantage to not be named Zach if you're in the Dodgers minor leagues, because those Zach guys get traded away. Now, I'm sure that those prospects that the Dodgers traded, their mothers love them, and they will attest that their sons are the greatest players ever. But looking at it realistically, those guys are, it's a low risk for the Dodgers to trade them away. Don't get me wrong, the Dodgers believed in them at some point because obviously they signed those guys, but they are still in the low double A's and single A players, and so they've got a long way to go before they hit the bigs. Although I believe that Baltimore immediately assigned Diaz to their AAA club. So the other guys are long-term prospects. Anything can happen. Of course, they might go on to become Mark Kotsay or Pedro Martinez, but that's to be seen. In the immediate time, the Dodgers did very well picking up Machado. Let's look at some of Machado's numbers. He's got 24 home runs, which makes him immediately the leader in home runs on the Dodgers. He's got 65 RBIs. And this is what I love, and possibly what the Dodger front office saw as well. Machado's got a career 333 batting average with the bases loaded. If there's anything the Dodgers need, it's a guy who can consistently hit with runners on base and in scoring position. Machado's got 8 grand slams, so he knows how to come through in the clutch. Where's he going to hit? That's a good guess. And I would imagine wherever the Dodgers place him is going to be an experiment until they see how things work out. I don't think that they've settled exactly on his spot. But I'll tell you what, a guy with Machado's bat can hit anywhere in the lineup from 2, 3, or 4 and just have immediate impact. So a great offensive player. Now, there's one thing though, is that the front office is very realistic about Machado, which also played into why they didn't give away the farm or give away huge names, because Machado is just a rental. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the season, and so we're just picking him up to get us where? Across the finish line and on to the World Series. Farhan Zaidi himself said, this is about 2018. We hope he being Machado, we hope he makes a good market for himself. So they're betting that Machado is going to have a great second half because he is creating his free agent marketability, and the Dodgers understand full well that Machado may just move on. But of course, if Machado really kills it and just tears up pitching through the playoffs and so on, of course both sides will look at each other and see if something can be worked out more permanently. Finally, who's going to be the odd man out for the Dodgers? You've got super utility guys like Kike and Chris Taylor. Muncy has suddenly broken out and become the premier infield utility guy. They're not going to take Muncy out of the lineup, and they didn't bring Machado over to sit on the bench. So for sure Muncy's going to be playing in the infield somewhere, and Machado is going to be at shortstop. The thing about Muncy is that he can play any position pretty much on the infield. Place him at first base, Cody Bellinger is going to move to center field. You want Bellinger to play first base, Muncy's going to move to second. If you're going to play Logan Forsythe at second, Muncy can go to third. Muncy can spot Justin Turner and spot Logan Forsythe over at second and third and play for them, which means you've got odd men out, Kike and Chris Taylor. My money is on the fact that Chris Taylor is going to be the odd man out, the utility man that suddenly becomes expendable. Why? Because he tends to run hot and cold. But don't be surprised if in the search for pitching, Kike suddenly becomes a tradable commodity. I'm looking for Taylor. My prediction is Taylor, but you know what? I'll tell you what, I won't be surprised one bit if the Dodgers toss Kike into some kind of a trade package. We're halfway there. The Dodgers did a great move in getting Machado, and now all that remains is shoring up pitching. You either grab a big starting pitcher or some big time relief pitchers, because anybody coming back can jump into the bullpen. Maeda doesn't want to be a bullpen guy, but he's been in there before, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers nudge him that way eventually. You've got Ryu looking to come back, and you've got Urias in the shadows. So look for the Dodgers to be, they're going to be very happy whether they pick up a starter or a relief pitcher. Either way, look for the Dodgers to pick up pitching. It looks like the front office is committed to a World Series this year, and that's a very, very good thing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video down below. Don't forget to subscribe. LA Dodger Report. Thanks a lot. We'll see you again soon. Peace.